Hey, welcome to another Minecraft tutorial. Wait a minute, where's Minecraft? Well, Minecraft's right there. But what we're actually going to do is we are going to work with our terrain .png. Now, if you go, let's minimize this for a second. If you go to your .minecraft folder, which you can see the address right here, if you go to the .minecraft folder, go to the bin, and then what you want to do is you want to go to minecraft.jar, and you're going to open with WinRAR. Okay, if you just click on it, you could launch Minecraft, and then you're going to scroll through here. Mine's at the bottom to this terrain.png. Now this is what dictates what tiles you use. So what does dirt look like, what does grass look like, what do your trees look like, all that other good stuff. So we're going to go here. Now this is my 32-bit texture pack. I changed the way that the ores look, as you can see here. But my biggest problem is these three blocks right here. So if we go over to notches, this is the default texture pack. If you go to notches, you can see next to the yellow, blue, and purple that you have the two powered rails, the on and the off, and the pressure pad 1, I forget what it's called, detection rail. So what we're going to do is we're going to make these three rails from my texture pack, because, well, this is my modified texture pack. So the first thing I'm going to do, and you can hear my lovely glow cat, is I'm going to highlight these. Now this green grid that you see here, that green grid is actually shut up kitty please, is my grid. Where is oh, okay, so there's grid, or show grid or something like that, but it's, oh, there it is, show grid. And then you go over to preferences, and then you go here, and then you set it to grid every 32 or 16 if you're using a default size, or 64 or whatever. Put the subdivision down to 1, because if this was a 2 it'd actually be a 16. I'm going to change this to black because of I'm going to be dealing with a lot of white space, so I want it black so I can see it. You can also do dashed lines or dots or whatever stands out the most for you. So I got it for every 32 with only one subdivision. So we're going to click OK, and you can see our lines. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight these three spaces. Now what I like about Photoshop, and you don't have to use CS5, you can use CS4, I think CS2 does this too, but if I click the eraser tool, which I have, I can't erase out here. I can only erase in between those, in that box. So I want to get this down to transparency, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the marquee tool. I just clicked to turn off this marquee, and what I'm showing you may not be the most efficient way, but this is how I do it. So I'm going to layer via copy. Now what that does is it gives me a rail from that rail. So now we're going to drag this down. We're just going to plop it there, and we're going to go over here and we're going to duplicate the layer. Now if I remember correctly, there is there a duplicate down here? No, I thought there might have been. Oh well, we could just right click, and you got to right click in the middle section here and duplicate layer. Yes, okay. And then we're going to duplicate layer again, and we're just going to click OK. Now what we're going to do is we're going to drag this. Now I have auto select on, so if I select, so like I have this one here, I can click here and it changes. You see my layer changed, and then if I click again, you can see my layer change to that one. So we're just going to drag this down, and we're going to put it right there. So we have our three rails for our three. Let me zoom in just one more time here. Okay, maybe a couple more times. There we go. So we got the three rails. Zoom out one. There we go. So we got the three rails that we're going to be using. So bam, bam, bam. All right. So now, whoop. Okay. So now we're going to go back to here. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to merge down these two. Now what that does is now all three of these rails is one rail. That's just going to make it easier so that I don't have a huge line. Now I need to have redstone in there. So what I'm going to do is I already have a redstone line right here. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to highlight that and I'm going to, layer via copy. Oh, because I was on layer 1, this is the only part of layer 1 that exists. So I got to go to layer 2. So layer via copy. And then I'm going to grab that and I'm going to drag it down. And I'm going to duplicate that layer. So okay. So now I have another one right there. Now I want these to not be the same. You see how you have like kind of this sideways thing and it mirrors there? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this up because I can have it to there or to there. That looks good. Now I have three different redstones going on right there. That looks good. With the other one, and I already have my color there, there is no big color difference. So it's not going to really matter. But you know what? I am going to do it the same way. So I'm going to just highlight the whole thing. I missed a couple. So just going to highlight that. Oh, come on. It would have been easier to zoom in. So layer via copy. Again, I should have been on 0. There we go. And then we're going to drag this down. And then we're going to duplicate layer. Okay. And then we're going to drag that down. Alright, now all these we're going to merge together. So merge down, merge down, merge down. So now we have layer 1 and layer 2. Layer 1 is the railroad tracks. Layer 2 is the solid redstone pieces. Now I'm going to stay on this redstone and I'm going to paint the oh wait, no, we're not doing redstone yet. We're not finishing redstone. We're going to go to gold. Now I want a tapered, not solid gold color. So I'm actually going to use this. Can we get that? Yeah. Now you can't marquee 1 pixel this way. You see how it won't let me? So I'm not gonna. I'm going to marquee 2. Make sure you're on 0. Layer via copy. And we're going to just move that down to right there. And then we're going to go back to 0. And we're going to set up another marquee. I think that's too many pixels. Alright, there. Layer via copy. And now we're going to drag this down. And we're going to put it right over. Right over. It's actually underneath. So we're going to put 5 on top. So there we go. Now I don't like a couple of those colors, so I'm going to pull what's underneath and put it on top. So I'm going to grab my pencil, make sure I'm on 1 pixel, my pencil at 1 pixel, and I'm going to put clear. And we're going to clear this dark one. Oh wait, edit, step backwards, edit, step backwards. They're not underneath each other completely. So we're going to go one more. There we go. That's what I want. Now, hold on. There we go. That's what I wanted. That's what I was looking for before. So now that top piece I'm not too happy with. So I'm going to, take my pencil, my 1 pixel, pencil, pixel, clear. There we go. And we're going to just erase that. Maybe one more. So what we're going to do is we're going to undo that. Oh, sorry. Step back, step back, step back, step back, step backwards. Okay. So now we're back up here. Now we're just going to fade some of this off. There we go. So it's a little bit better, I think. Step back on that, step back on that, step back on that, and one more. Okay, so I really like that. That looks good to me, so we're going to merge that down. So now our gold strip is one solid strip. Nope. So we're going to select that. We're going to zoom out a bit. And now we're just going to grab this. We're not going to copy it. We're going to grab this. Oh, go away. Apparently my computer is doing a defrag. Alright, so we're going to grab this. I'm going to bring this down and we're going to plop that there. Now, we have a problem. It's underneath the railroad track, which it can't be. It needs to be on top. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this layer 5, we're going to drag it to the top, and bam, there we go. So let's zoom in a little bit. Oops, wrong way. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate. So then we got that one. And then we're going to duplicate. So then we got that one. And then we're going to duplicate. And then we got that one. Alright, so we got this and we got that. Now what we got to do is we got to work on the redstone tips. Because if you look right here, you got a redstone tip right there. So we're going to work on doing that redstone tip. So we're going to zoom in just a little bit more. And then we're going to use our eyedropper. We're going to grab this bright red one here. So we're going to go back to our pencil. And we're going to make it 2 pixels. So, come on. Nope, not 4. 2. I could just type this, but I actually don't have my keyboard near me. There we go. 2 pixels. And then we're going to go to normal. And we're just going to go straight down, just like that. Wait a minute. I made a boo-boo. Okay. Sorry, I made a boo-boo. I wanted to merge this down. Merge down. Merge down. And merge down. So you have layer 5, which is the gold. You have layer 1, which is the tracks. And you have layer 3, which is the redstone. I was supposed to do this on layer 3, because it's redstone. So let me do that again. Let me select my pencil, my normal. Oh, I can't do it. Hold on, hit undo pencil. I can't do it there because it's underneath and this has to be an over. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a new layer, which is right there. I'm going to drag that to the very top. No. Oh, it's layer 6. Down. There we go. Okay. And apparently there's a pencil in there. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to get rid of layer 1 and I'm going to turn this to clear, just so that I know it's there, so now I know it's not there. Alright, so now we'll put this back on normal and let's do this once again. Oh. And we're just going to try to get this through quickly. Like I said, this is probably not the most efficient way of doing it, but this is the way I do things. I usually copy and paste because I'm not the very artistic one. So I usually just copy and paste and work that way. I did do this the Zelda textures, I did do that from scratch, but I had a guide. I had a Zelda map to look at. Nothing on these packs I drew from scratch, like from my own mind. I am not that talented. Alright, so there's our power rail. Our power rail is done. So now we're going to do our pressure pad. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here and let's see, this. So like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So about 7 by 7 or 8 by 8, something like that. So I'm going to just come up here to stone, and actually I'm just going to grab a big chunk and then layer via copy. Oh, you got to be on 0. Layer via copy, and we're going to put that someplace where we can see it, so we can zoom out. Sander works quite well for that. So now we're going to pull that down, and we're going to throw it right over there, and we're going to put that right on top. Now we're going to zoom in. Oop, wrong way. That's not going to help. We're going to zoom right in. Now what we're going to do is, okay, we're not fitting, so we're going to take our pencil, we're going to go to clear, and we're going to go to 1 pixel, and we're just going to get rid of these 2 lines. I could have left it 2 apparently, and then we're going to get rid of these 2. Nah, I undo, step backwards. So I'm going to take off of 1 here, and take off 1 there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 9 by 10. So we'll do that, we're going to do that, and we're going to do that. So now it's an 8 by 8, and we still have our redstone color chosen. So we're going to jump down back to redstone, double check. Yep, that's the overlay redstone, and we are going to make this too wide, 2 pixels. So we're going to go that way, and we're just going to go right around, just like that. Alright, so now we're going to take this and we're going to brighten it a little bit. So we're just going to jump up a little bit, click OK. Now we're going to go back to 1 pixel, and I'm going to do a little bit of a pattern here, just so it's not flat. Kind of like a simple edging. And I think I'm going to make a darker, or we'll throw, yeah, right there. Just a little bit of a different color on the inside. It ain't perfect, but I think that looks good. So let's zoom out to see, can we get a 400? So there's 400 there. look, I'm kind of trying to square them off to each other. But as you can see, that's the normal. That's the one I just did. I think that looks pretty cool and pretty close. I kind of like my little checker pad. It doesn't stand out as much as when you were right up onto it. And as you can see, that gives us power pads. So I guess this concludes this video, and you can do that with all tiles. Just make sure you have this white and gray tile behind all your transparencies, because if it's not there, then it'll just show up whatever color is there. And only a few tiles can be slightly transparent, and that's the ice and the glass. And if you make a brick that transparent that's not supposed to be transparent, you'll actually see through it. So like this is supposed to be transparent, so if you look down the top of it, you're not going to see the world. But if you made like this transparent, you would be able to see through it and it'll look really bad. So I guess that concludes this tutorial, and hope you like my computer. And this is Master Matt. I'll see you next time.